Today, we will talk about an Argentine comic artist, illustrator, and writer. He is recognized worldwide for his detailed science fiction images where machines and humans converge, with outstanding works such as Black Star, The Fourth Power, and the Metabarons. Juan Giménez was born on November 26, 1943, in Mendoza, Argentina. Since he was a child, he was fascinated by drawing. He began imitating comics and covers of Latin American and Spanish books. His introduction to the world of drawing comes from his passion for cinema, to the point that after watching a movie, he drew the most impressive sequences of the film. At the age of 15, he painted only for pleasure. He was fascinated by American comics like Tommy Tomorrow, his favorite at the time, also Batman, Superman, and the Lone Ranger. Other works that inspired him were Argentine magazines such as Mr. X and Bull Rocket. After finishing high school, he entered the Faculty of Industrial Design. There, he learned ergonomics and how to apply it to everything he designed in every mechanical and architectural contraption he made. Then, he attended the School of Arts and Design at the National University of Cuyo in Argentina. Later transferred to Europe, he studied at the Academy of Fine Arts in Barcelona. All these studies greatly influenced Juan's design. They helped him materialize his art. His drawing always gave a sense of reality, no matter how fanciful they were. He returns to Argentina and works in several Argentine advertising agencies, making storyboards, learning to synthesize the narration to another level. The launch of the Scorpio magazine in 1974 gave him the opportunity to illustrate short stories by various writers. In 1977, he was commissioned to illustrate the war comic As the Pique with the writer Ricardo Barreiro. This story is set in the midst of World War II. The 10 crew members of a Boeing B-17 experience the war with intensity. Their fears, dreams, memories, and longings come to light during the course of epic aerial battles, showing the most human side of war. As the Pique was his first notable work as a comic book artist, not only for him but for readers who were very pleased with the result. In the late 70s, he left Argentina and settled in Europe, where he began working for Italian, Spanish, and French publishers. In 1979, he published, again with Ricardo Barreiro, The Black Star, his first work in color. The plot is pure science fiction. A mining star discovers a starship graveyard in the heart of a double neutron star. When his ship gets trapped back in civilization, he recruits a motley trio of companions with whom he makes his way back to the Black Star to steal the technological mysteries of the ships he found there. By the 80s, his talented storytelling skills moved from paper to movie image, as he collaborated on the design of the Harry Canyon segment of the movie Heavy Metal. This segment tells the story of Harry, a taxi driver in a futuristic New York City. There, he meets the girl, the daughter of a professor, who finds the Lucknar on an alien planet and takes it to the Metropolitan Museum of Modern Art in New York. A Venusian criminal named Rudnick desires the Lucknar and kills the professor during a dispute. This results in a showdown against the criminals, culminating in a film noir-like style. During that decade, he collaborated with several European magazines such as the Spanish 1984 and Comics International, the French Metal Harland, and the Italian L'Eternauta, experimenting with graphic and narrative innovations. Around this same time, he published works such as Trash, Question of Time, whose script he is also the author of. Later, The Fourth Power, Leo Roa, and Eternal Game. In the early 90s, while living in Sitges, Spain. He collaborated with Alejandro Jodorowsky on the saga of the Metabarons, a series of comics about the history of a dynasty of perfect warriors. The stories are characterized by science fiction on an epic scale, inspired by a Greek tragedy. The stories are heavily influenced by the universe present in Frank Herbert's Dune series of novels. The series was originally published by Humanoid Associates in French, and the last volume was released in early 2008. This saga has been fully translated into English, Spanish, German, and Polish. The success of the Metabarons in the US market led to the appearance of a role-playing game. Juan Giménez won numerous international awards, including the Best Comic Artist Award at the Barcelona Comic and Illustration Fair in 1984 and the Yellow Kid awarded by the Lucca International Comic Fair in 1990. His works has been exhibited in different cities of the world. Already consecrated for a long time as one of the best in his field, giving soul and life of its own to all his metallic dreams, he continued working for the most renowned publishers, publishing works with the highest quality that characterize all his works. This would be until 2020, when unfortunately, due to complications related to the disease that would mark that year in history, Juan Giménez died in his native Argentina at the age of 76. But like many extraordinary artists that we have talked about in this space, his physical presence disappears, but his legacy continues to travel through time and generations, inspiring many to dream about fantastic worlds throughout the universe, and even inspiring some to create their own universes.